Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Courts Today by Live Law, your go-to source for the latest and fastest legal updates. I am your host Urvashi Chauhan, here to bring you daily developments, landmark judgments and significant rulings from the world of law. We begin with the headlines and a concise overview of the top stories, and after that we will delve into the full details. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment on petitions against bulldozer actions, and the court will be issuing pan-India guidelines. A plea has been filed in the Delhi High Court seeking release of climate activist Sonam Wangchuk and others detained at Singhu border. The top court has expressed concern over delay in compensation to victims of 1992-93 communal riots in Mumbai. Scammers fake Supreme Court hearing and impersonated the CJI, duping industrialist of 7 crores. BJP councillor has withdrawn from the Supreme Court contempt plea against MCD Mayor's decision to postpone standing committee elections in Delhi. The Supreme Court has urged advocates not to file baseless petitions and flagged outrageous averments in family law cases. The Supreme Court has asked Special Court to decide bail plea of TMC's Kuntal Ghosh in 10 days. The Bombay High Court has upheld death sentence of a man convicted for murdering his own mother. Starting with an important update, the Supreme Court has today reserved judgment on petitions against the demolition of houses of persons as a punitive measure, a practice which is popularly referred to as bulldozer justice or bulldozer actions. A bench comprising Justices B.R. Gawai and K.V. Vishwanathan elaborately heard the parties on the guidelines which can be issued to ensure that the local laws providing for demolition of unauthorized constructions are not misused and that due process is followed. Last month, the court had passed an interim order that no demolition should be carried out without obtaining its prior permission. The bench today said that it would clarify that demolitions cannot be carried out merely because somebody is an accused or a convict in a crime. At the same time, the bench stated that it would ensure that unauthorized constructions and public encroachments are not protected. The bench stated that it would issue pan-India guidelines which would apply to everyone equally regardless of their community. Climate activist Sonam Wangchuk and 120 others from Ladakh were detained at Singhu border yesterday while they were marching towards the national capital demanding statehood for Ladakh. The climate activist was leading the march titled Dilli Chalo Padyatra, which began from Leh last month. They seek a public service commission for Ladakh and separate Lok Sabha seats for Leh and Kargil districts. In this regard, a petition was mentioned today by Advocate Vikram Hegde before the bench comprising Chief Justice Manmohan and Justice Tushar Rao Gadela of the Delhi High Court, seeking their release. The petition seeks permission to allow the group of individuals, including senior citizens led by Wangchuk, to enter the national capital for raising their demands peacefully. The plea also seeks setting aside of the prohibitory order passed by the Delhi police yesterday, prohibiting assembly of 5 or more unauthorized persons and dharnas in any public area from 30th September to 5th October. Apart from the PIL, another petition has been filed by a man who was part of the march seeking permission to allow him and some others to peacefully enter in Delhi to conduct a peaceful environmental awareness march ending at Rajghat on 2nd October. The matter is likely to be heard on 3rd October. Stay tuned. The Supreme Court has expressed concern over delay in payment of compensation to the victims of 1992 and 1993 communal riots in Mumbai. In its November 2022 judgment, the Supreme Court had highlighted failure of the Maharashtra state government to maintain law and order during the riots, which led to severe loss of life and property. Approximately 900 people were killed and over 2,000 injured, and significant property damage occurred during the riots following the Babri Masjid demolition. The court had directed the Maharashtra government to compensate the victims' families. The top court has been monitoring the implementation of this judgment. A bench of Justices Abhay S. Oak and Augustine George Massey Perusing the report submitted by Member Secretary of the Maharashtra State Legal Services Authority noted that some progress had been made in implementing the court's directions regarding compensation. The court has now granted 3 more months as requested by the Member Secretary to submit a further report detailing the steps taken to implement the court's orders. The matter has been listed for considering the report on 20th January 2025. Stay tuned. You might be amazed to know that textile baron and chairman of the Vardhaman Group, SP Oswal, was scammed by cyber criminals who orchestrated a fake Supreme Court hearing presided by a person impersonating the Chief Justice of India. Yes, you heard that right. According to a report, the fraudsters swindled 7 crores of Oswal after he was made to attend a fake court proceeding in a purported money laundering case where he was directed to deposit funds in an account. The report further states that the police was able to recover the swindled money from the accused on 30th September. Oswal told the media that the written Supreme Court order was so perfect and stamped that he believed it to be genuine and transferred the amount. As per the case documents, Oswal was prey to the digital arrest scam trending in the country, where fraudsters and blackmailers dupe money through WhatsApp calls and Skype video calling by impersonating judges and police officers. The Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center under the Ministry of Home Affairs has so far blocked 1,000 Skype IDs used for such scams. Well, this incident is not just news but an alarm for each one of us to be vigilant against cyber fraud. Staying alert can be helpful in preventing falling victim to such sophisticated scams. BJP councillor Raja Iqbal Singh has withdrawn from the Supreme Court today a contempt petition filed by him against Delhi Municipal Corporation Mayor Shelley Oberoi, raising allegations about delay in the conduct of elections to fill the vacancy in the MCD Standing Committee. The vacancy of the 6th member arose due to election of BJP's Kamaljeet Sehrawat to the Lok Sabha. Iqbal had alleged that the MCD mayor postponed the election to 5th October and thereby violated the court's direction passed in August to fill the vacancy within 1 month. The mayor had postponed the elections following allegations of irregularities by councillors. However, Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena overruled this decision and directed that the elections be held on 27th September. Let me tell you, the election was held on 27th and won by the BJP. Challenging the election, Mayor Shelley Oberoi has approached the court and that case is pending. I must also tell you that the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress boycotted the election. As per Aam Aadmi Party, the process was contrary to Delhi Municipal Corporation Act. Today, senior advocate Sonia Mathur on behalf of Iqbal conceded to the suggestion that appropriate forum, that is the Delhi High Court, may be moved against the mayor's decision. Therefore, the bench of Justices Suryakant and Ujjal Bhuya dismissed the contempt petition as withdrawn with liberty to approach the appropriate forum. The Supreme Court has deprecated filing of vexatious and frivolous applications which cause a delay in the disposals, adding to pendency of the cases. In this particular case, the litigant had filed an application seeking further investigation after a gross delay of about 7 years from the filing of the charge sheet, citing irregularities in the police investigation. The litigant had not averred anything about the irregularities performed in the investigation in her evidence during the trial and neither produced credible materials warranting the court's order for further investigation. The court observed that no further investigation could be allowed when the party has not whispered about anything new in its evidence and has based its application for further investigation without averring fresh materials. The bench comprising Justices B.R. Gawai and K.V. Vishwanathan said that it is time that such frivolous and vexatious proceedings are met with due sanctions in the form of exemplary costs to persuade parties from restoring to such tactics. The court emphasized the role of the lawyers to desist from filing any proceeding or application that prima facie lacks merit. In another update, the Supreme Court has today directed a West Bengal special court to hear and decide in 10 days Trinamool Congress youth leader Kuntal Ghosh's bail plea in a money laundering case arising out of the alleged cash for jobs scam in West Bengal. A bench of Justices Suryakant and Ujjal Bhuya passed the order in a writ petition filed by Ghosh, assailing fresh hearing of his bail plea by a new judge after significant hearing had already taken place before the preceding judge. The court said that the petitioner had a genuine grievance. And lastly, the Bombay High Court today upheld death sentence awarded to a man who brutally killed his own mother and later consumed her organs. The man named Sunil Kuchkoravi killed his mother in August 2017, and soon after that, a neighborhood child found him standing near his mother's body covered in blood stains. He was then arrested by the police. The Sessions Court convicted and sentenced him to death in July 2021, saying that the incident had shaken the collective conscience of the society. The Sessions Court further observed that the case was associated with extreme brutality and shamelessness. A division bench of Justices Revati Moite Dere and Prithvi Raj Chavan upheld this death sentence, pronouncing the judgment in the open court today, while the appellant Sunil was produced through video conferencing. The High Court said that this was a rarest of the rare case wherein the appellant not only killed his mother but also removed her organs. For more details on the cases mentioned here, please visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on Live Law. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. You can support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos or by becoming a member just for 89 rupees per month.